welcome back to my channel. I am Nke God. Thank you for clicking in. If you have not subscribed, please just click on that red subscribe button so that you'll be part and parcel of this family here. Something has been on my mind for quite some time now, and unhealthy lifestyles. A lot of people think that it is only when you eat junks or any other kind of thing, some they'll tell that is being unhealthy. Maybe you don't take your bath regularly, you wear unclean clothes. You will know that and understand with me that there are a lot of unhealthy practices that can actually make you as a human to be very, very unhealthy and sickly. But the truth of the matter is that there is a silent one that everybody, or most persons, I wouldn't say everybody, tend to overlook. And this is one of the major things that is actually killing a lot of persons when it has to do with being unhealthy. And this is what we ourselves cause for ourselves. Yes, not eating right, not wearing clean clothes, not living in a clean environment are also part of it and can be caused by individuals. But this particular one I want to talk about, I want to discuss with us here, is something that you as an individual do to yourself, and there is nobody that can actually get you out of that except you yourself get to realize it and do something about it. If you're a dirty person, if you don't eat well, people tend to see it and they will talk to you about it. They will hammer on it. And for the fear, or how will I put it? Is it fear? Okay, yeah, let me put it that way. For the fear of not being spoken to, you don't want everybody to be on your matter. Everybody just carry your matter for mouth. You understand? You want to adjust, most especially when those persons who have always spoken to you about such kind of dirty lifestyles are always around you. You tend to maintain, or you visit them, you tend to maintain. But this particular one is something that you yourself have to understand by yourself, and you either put a stop to it or you continue on it, and I bet you it won't end fine. And enough of the long explanation. What am I talking about? Being unhappy. It is an unhealthy lifestyle that kills faster than any other lifestyle that I've mentioned earlier, or every other lifestyle that you even know that myself I may not know. Being unhappy. It is a lifestyle that a lot of people gradually goes into without naturally or ordinarily knowing it, until the thing has caused a lot of harms and damages. You now see the reason I said a lot of persons may not even get to notice that you are living such kind of life, but you yourself, you know. How do I mean? When you are unhappy, you know that there is something that is making you to be unhappy. You know that there is a situation that is making you to be unhappy. You know there is a circumstance or circumstances that are causing you to be unhappy. Yes, we all put on clothes, we all wear beautiful make-ups or makeover, whatever it is called, and we tend to cover a lot of things. But behind that, there is a woman that is unhappy. There is a man that is battered. When you are in the midst of your friends, you tend to move with whatsoever is happening around, because you wouldn't want them to know, most especially when you belong to a particular social class. You don't want to air it out. You don't want to let them know about it. You still want to belong. Some other time, you don't even belong to any social class, but yet you don't want anybody around you to know about it. Probably because those situations, to you, you feel they are not comfortable for you to talk about them. You feel they are not healthy to talk about them, even though that lifestyle of being unhappy is an unhealthy lifestyle. Yet, you consider it unhealthy to also discuss with one or two persons. You remember that common saying that a problem shared, it's half solved. Honestly, I don't know if it happens to you, but it does happen to me. When I tend to have issues and I tend to share it with the persons that are very close to me, I tend to have a little kind of relief, or most of the time, I am very much relieved. You know why? When you talk to those persons, there is every tendency they are going to tell you 1001 examples of persons that have gone through what you are going through, or even worse than what you are going through, and they came out of it. Now, when you hear that, you're like, wow, I was actually thinking that my own is worse. And here, you mean people like that are existing? When you are saying that, gradually you are unwinding from that state. And you see, you are opening up, and that sadness is going up. The truth of the matter is that when you are unhappy, your heart is unhappy. It affects the whole of your system. I don't know if it happens to you, but it does happen to me. Now, a few weeks ago, I have been battling with, I almost went into depression. I've been battling with this unhealthy lifestyle because I feel that there are some things about me that are not adding up. There are some things about me that have not made any sense. There are some promises of God that I feel they are not yet fulfilled. Forgetting the fact that God is God and man is man. And in the book of Isaiah chapter 8, when you read from verse 18, I'm not going to read it here, so I'm putting it out there so that you go and read. Isaiah chapter 8, you read from verse 16. Pay attention to verse 18, 19, 20. You will understand what I mean. God is God. Whatever He says He will do, He will do. Trust me. There is no man that can help you in a situation where you yourself cannot help. That is what I used to tell God sometimes. When I can't help myself, I don't believe there is any other human being that can help me. The only being that can help me is actually God. And that is the truth of the matter. Now, when something happened and I begin to come to my senses, I sat down and I began to ask myself, but you are alive. You are healthy. There are people who have this money and they are in and out of hospital. Why? Is it because they are sinful? No. Is it because that is what they wanted? No. Of course, I don't think there is anybody that would want to have money and all they want is to be paying visit to different kinds of hospitals, running different kinds of tests, going through this different kind of treatments. There is nobody like that. But life do happen. I was talking to myself and I said, I'm healthy. Apart from malaria once in a while, headache once in a while. And whether or not I take medicine, I'm fine. Is that not what to be grateful? There are people who have not even, where I am now is their prayer point. I mean, and the Holy Spirit began to talk to me, and I remember that word. My mother used to say, he said, your happiness is your own. And honestly speaking, in as much as your happiness is your own, your sadness is your own. But happiness is contagious. That's what I've come to realize. Because most times when I walk into people, I may not necessarily know them, and I just find out that they are laughing, they are smiling. I don't even know what they are discussing. I don't even know what is responsible for it. I just see myself smiling. It is contagious. When I also come across people that are sad, there is a way it, rubs off on me, but it wouldn't stay more than 5 seconds. Unlike when it has to do with persons that are actually laughing. So when we are unhappy, your health is also affected. I noticed that I was constantly having a headache, constantly having a fever towards the evening. Why? Because I was unhappy. I have not opened my eyes to see the things that have been done, but I am opening my eyes to see the things that have not been done, the heights I have not attained, the places I have not been to, the things I have not been able to put together according to the timing of human. And all of those things makes me unhappy. And I began to ask myself, but this is not who you are. Why am I going into depression? The more I get sad, the more I get sick. You see, that's the reason I say it is an unhealthy lifestyle, which most people may not even know about, but you yourself know about it. And it is only you that can stop. You know, just like when you meet somebody who is bereaved and you console the person, oh, sorry about your loss, accept my condolences, accept my sympathy, all of that. The person will still be crying. You will also hear some other persons, somebody like me. If I must console you, when I'm done, and I will just tell you, the only person that can console you is you. And that is the truth of the matter. My people say the advice you give to yourself is better for you. Every other person will come in pouring so much advice, giving you so many quote and unquote solutions. But that one you decide to take is better for you. When your child is not eating and that child has attained the level of eating other foods apart from breast milk, you tend to get worried and you want to visit the hospital. You want to visit a pediatric doctor, and they offer you some other things. And you come back and you try it and it's not working. But there is something that keeps dropping in your mind. Why don't you give this child this plantain? Why don't you do this potato mash for this child? What have you tried by yourself? Something is dropping in your heart. Some things are dropping in your mind. You have not tried it. You have tried every other person's own. Try your own. And you find out that as soon as you do that thing that has been in your mind, you see that that child accepts it quickly. So most of the times, you owe your happiness to yourself. So I don't know what you are going through. I don't know what that report is. I don't know what that doctor's report is. I don't know what that conspiracy is in the office that have put you at the age, as in right about now you are like under probation, even though you have worked for years. Because some persons have sat in somewhere and you are about to lose your job. I don't know what your family situation is. I don't know what the sickness is. I don't know what the report is. But I'm here to tell you that in everything, if you can just put happiness, if you can just put joy, those things are solved. Of course, sadness is not part of the fruit of the Spirit. Yes. The joy of the Lord, the Bible says, is our strength. So when sadness sets in, that was one of the things I told myself. I said, this is not part of me. I am not supposed to be like this, because Christ took all of these things. Yes, I am not denying the fact that as a human, once in a while you will drift. But when you drift, always come back. You remember and you will see 1,000,001 reasons why you should be happy, honestly. So that is what I say, let me come here and share. I don't know what your situation is, but believe me, all you need is to be joyous and you will be fine. With Jesus in the family, happy, happy home. Happy, happy home. Happy, happy home. With Jesus in your life right now, happy, happy life. Happy, happy life. That's what I have for you. And let this joy of the Lord be your strength. And it is well with you. See you.